Too. Happy Friday. Say happy Friday. Say happy Friday while you up in here.
Happy Friday.
Day. Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday.
Get up, Kiki.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody. Hope everybody had an amazing week. And it's not about how you start, but it's about how you finish. So if you didn't start off too good, you better end it good. Take control, honey. Make sure you end it good. Stop, girl. Y'all, Kiki is going wild. Okay. I said, let me go live so people can see how you. I started to put on live camera, but we in my room and my dog on light off. She is bouncing off the walls, literally. She is all over the place. Stop. What y'all been doing? Say hey, Kiki.
Hey.
You want to talk? You want to go live tonight?
Huh?
You want to talk about something on live?
Yeah.
What you want to talk about?
I want to say I love you.
Oh, you want to say I love you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love you guys.
Oh, ain't you just sweet? That's just sweet, baby. Y'all, don't fall for that. She has been tormenting, okay? She has been bouncing off the walls. I mean, literally. I don't know what they've been feeding my baby while I was at work, but it had to be nothing but sweets, a ball of sweets, okay? Because she'd have been jumping. She was watching her iPad just now on her head. Y'all, I gotta take a picture next time, and I'm gonna post on my community wall how she shows out on her head. Now, why you gotta be on your head to watch a doggone tablet? Tell them why you on your head watching your tablet.
I was falling down like this.
Why you want to be on your head?
Because because I hurt myself.
Yeah, you hurt yourself when you flipped. That ain't funny, Layla. That ain't funny. I'm talking about why did you get on your head from the beginning to watch your tablet?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't. Y'all, she literally bounced all over the bed. She moved all over the place to watch the tablet upside down. I said, let's come on and check on the people. Since you got so much energy, let's go on. Okay, so you want to say something? Listen, you want to say something uplifting to people? What you want to say?
I love you guys.
And what else you want to say uplifting to them? See, you falling again. Come on, get up, girl.
Guys.
You can leave it. You don't need to hold it.
Guys, I'm going to the park.
You going to the park? We wait for some people to come in here and talk to us so we can say hello. I see it say one person. No, I'm not opening that. You're not finna play in my cocoa butter. No, ma'am.
Why?
Because I said so. We should have.
I need some.
No, you don't. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, she is all over the place tonight. This is the funniest thing and scariest too. Because I don't think I never seen her this hype. They said her daddy gave her chocolate chip cookies. She done had ice cream. And she done snuck and drunk a Pepsi. Oh my God. So y'all, she literally bouncing. I wish I could rinse through her so she can sit down somewhere. Look how she running back out the room. Come back here. Y'all, she got me. I said, let me just go live. Since I'm up, might as well go live and see what everybody doing. What, y'all got anything y'all want to talk about? What y'all week been like? Mine's have been, I can tell y'all my week has been what it's been. I worked, ain't nothing been different this week. I worked and do what I do. Be a mama. Do my thing. Don't I wish you would. Go put that back, Kiki, right now. I'm not playing. Let get that from her right now. Hey, Miss God keeps blessing me. Hi, how you doing? Good evening. I don't care what your daddy gave you. I said go put it down. Lele, it's almost 11 o'clock at night. Get it now. Y'all, Kiki is, I'm telling you, she is definitely on one tonight.
I know. I'm trying to say that.
Y'all, I'm trying to tell you, when you have a 2-year-old, the terrible twos is not a fib. Trust me. You will have one baby at one, and within it, when the time they turn 2, I say within like a month after 2, a month, 2 months max, you got a totally different kid. Take her around there. You're not getting no more. I'm sorry. Go ahead and cry. They're a totally different kid. Because when I say she bouncing off walls, she all over the place. I done told her I'm old, honey. Having these babies at an old age, honey, this little baby be turning me everywhere but loose. And then to say that I have the grandbabies too, all of them little. And baby, let me tell you, I got a head full of gray hair and it's very well earned and deserved. Do you hear me? Cause they keep me on my tippy toes. So what y'all want to talk about tonight? I said, them come check. I told y'all I'm gonna start back going live like I used to. I know I kind of backed down, backed up, not backed down, backed away a little bit. Cause I did I just didn't want to. Sometimes you have to take a break from this. And not that we do anything over here that requires us to really take a break, but just sometimes you just have to. It's time consuming. I did lots of paperwork, helped out mentoring for daycare. Amen. Amen. So you know what I'm talking about. You had some of them terrible tools up in there, Miss God keep blessing me. Did you have any of them 2-year-olds in there? Because I swear my 2-year-old, again, is turning me everywhere but loose. I'm like, girl, it's getting to the point where I'm just like, okay, just do what you want to do. Y'all see that video where I posted of taking them to the Little Mermaid? Y'all, when I say her and my granddaughters, they turned me and my 2 daughters everywhere but loose. They wanted to get up and run around. Like, and every time it started, like, say, a boom or something like that real loud, child, all the babies want to get to screaming and getting up, running around. I was like, Lord, help me. Please, Lord. If I knew that movie was going to be 2 hours and 15 minutes, she wouldn't have seen that near Little Mermaid until it came on TV or something. But, you know, it was great. I think I was more excited to see the movie than them because I always loved the illusion of a mermaid. And so of course, to see a black mermaid, I wasn't going to miss it. And that's why I told them I'm going to have to go back and watch it by myself. I ain't taking them next time. Because, honey, they showed out up in that doggone, up in the people doggone movie theater, honey. They was bouncing off the walls, literally. So I tell anybody, if you got toddlers and y'all want to go see the Little Mermaid, baby, please be cautious. Because I just don't know if it's going to work out for you. Because that 2 hours and 15 minutes, that's too long, I guess, to ask a toddler to sit. Because mine wasn't sitting. Now, I can't say my oldest grandbaby, Ava, she's 5. She did sit and watch it. But the other babies just kept getting up, moving around. And my grandbaby Coco, she was good too. But Lonnie and Kiki, child bye. Child bye. They don't know how to act. Yes, a lot of them, and teaching her how to deal with kids with special needs. Everyone don't know. The babies with special needs. That is a lot. That is a lot, I can imagine. See, now she's shouting. I'm trying to excuse me, ma'am. Stop all that shouting in my room. Now she beefing with her big sister and they having an issue. They are having an issue in here. Hey, if you don't stop, my mom. Stop beating on the bed, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know why they would. And let me tell y'all how trifling her daddy is. Why would he give her all the sweets and leave? He gave her all the sweets and left while I was working. No, so I would have to deal with it. That's not happening. Dad gave her 2 shots of cookies. And that's sweet. He gave her an extra soda, but you gave her soda earlier. And then Kendra gave her. I did not. I told you give her a little bit because she said she was thirsty while I was drinking it, but I didn't give her one. Well, yeah, Jill gave her her daddy gave her cookies and a doggone soda instead of going to get her some water because she like these little fruit water. She don't. Unfortunately, y'all, how do y'all get infants? Not infants, but how do y'all get toddlers to drink water? The only water she'll drink is the little flavored water. Get off your sister. I'm live. I can't help you. Just take it. Take it to the chin. The little flavored water. And the only reason why I gave her a little drop of the Pepsi earlier because I was drinking it. And that when I put it all on my ice, I had a little drop left and I gave it to her. So let me tell you something about these girls. They love to try to get the heat off their daddy, but she's a bald-faced fibber. She know good and well I didn't get that baby no soda. She let her daddy give her a top of cookies, a whole soda. Then her brother order her ice cream on DoorDash. Like all this while I'm working. And now everybody else, the boys want to be asleep. And now look, she gave her cereal. All the boys sleep, daddy gone, hanging with our oldest son, and she in here. But she reaping what she sowed. Because when I say Kiki in here turning her everywhere but loose, y'all, she is turning her everywhere but loose. And she keep telling Mom, get her, and I ain't. I'm not getting nothing. Every seed you sow, you gonna reap. Get that out your mouth. But y'all, I'm telling you, she done fell off the bed. Because she done been upside down on the tablet. I told Kiki, put the tablet down. Why is you bouncing? Why do you have to watch the tablet upside down? So she rolled and rolled and rolled until she rolled to the floor. Then she gonna be down there, crying for a second, fake crying because she wasn't hurt. Thank God. But y'all, she just when I tell y'all, I always said like after a certain age, I was not having children just because I know we get older with them. And sometimes even babies her age, they have a lot of energy. So they need you to like move around a lot. Even though 42 is not considered old, when it's with a 2-year-old baby, that just even with in her current condition, where she's powered up, sugared up, baby, listen, I ain't got the energy for this. I just can't. So I'm just letting her do what she do. All I'm just doing is watching her, hoping she don't get hurt. Just watching her so I can grab her just in case, you know, she, she go overboard. But y'all, stop it. You cannot. Come tell everybody hey again. Come on, and get that out your mouth. Calm down. Say hey. What else you want to say? Here, you go talk. You talk to the live tonight. Talk to him. What else you want to say?
I love you.
Oh, you love them? You're so sweet. And what else you want? You want to tell them about what you and Ava and Lonnie did today?
Jim was playing with me.
They was playing with you? What y'all was playing?
Doctors.
Doctors?
Yeah.
Oh, and what else y'all was doing?
And I shared.
You shared? Yeah. Y'all, she happy about sharing because she's not a sharer. She the littlest baby in here, so it's hard to get her to share. She think everything hers because her daddy make her think everything. I said it's good that you shared. I commended you for sharing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing that you share, sweetheart.
I share.
Yeah, big girl.
I share.
You share? Yeah. But y'all, I'm trying to tell you, she wearing me out. So I want to come on here and check on y'all, see what y'all doing, how y'all week been, because y'all know I still always got to make sure I step in here and pour into y'all. Because like we always talk about, sometimes we pouring into everybody else and we have nobody to pour into ourselves. As pour back into us. So that's what I come on here to do, to hopefully pour back into you, bring a smile to your day. If you're having a bad day, just know that you are worthy. Every day that you wake up, God, that means that God still has a purpose for your life. No matter what happened yesterday, it happened yesterday. It's over. You can't change it. It happened. It's done. No matter what you did in your past, you did it. You can't change it. You stand in it. You never be ashamed of anything that you've had to go through in life, because God brought you through it because you were worthy enough to get brought through it. See, a lot of people that's done the same thing, some of the same things that you did in your past, they didn't make it. But here you are. So that means you have no reason to be ashamed of anything that you've done in your life. And you don't owe anybody any explanations for the way that you chose to live your life, or some things that you may have not did, in sound mind. Sometimes we move out of body. We move off emotion. And moving off emotion going to, of course, make you make some bad decisions each and every time. So, but everybody as a adult or as a child, just as a human in general, has done it. So don't never let nobody make you feel bad for being you or for your journey or the things or the detours that you've had on your journey. It's your journey. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about how people do, they overstep. They think some reason they have a right to tell you what you should and shouldn't do in your life. That it don't work like that. It does not work like that. You're not getting no soda. Let it go. And you don't even supposed to suck no soda. You're supposed to drink a soda. You don't even know how. How to do with it. She talking about her cup. Oh, her mermaid cup? It's drink. No, say drink. I can't drink my soda.
It's drink.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I even can't suck it.
Oh, she's still saying it's drink, baby. You drink it out the cup. Well, she do actually kind of. She is right. She do kind of suck it out the cup. It's one of them little cups. Girl, just say drink. But anyway, just like I said, love yourself regardless. Love yourself, even if you are in that season in your life where everything seems to be going wrong. You can't seem to get it right. Love yourself through this season, because understand, in this season is where you will find your strength. See, it's in the worst times. That's why I don't understand why people are not able to respect the hard times just as much as they celebrate the good times. Because understand, in the hard times is where your strength is built. When everything around you is going good, it does not require you to do much. You understand? When everything's going good, everything's going smooth sailing, it doesn't require anything. Just to let everything slide. But it's in those darkest hours, it's where your strength and your character is built. So be okay Welcome those times because it's inevitable. It's going to happen. Nobody's going to have a perfect life every day of their life. It's just not going to happen, y'all. Love yourself through it all. Love yourself through it all. Don't let nobody make you feel less than. Hey, Miss Loving Me, Tracy Anderson, because one thing about this world, people will make you feel less than if you don't have as much as them, or if they don't feel like you live in your life the way that they think that you should live. Never live your life according to what other people think that you should be doing. Because I done told y'all a million quadrillion times that those caskets don't have no bump beds, okay? So you live your whole life trying to be a people pleaser and worrying about what everybody around you think you're gonna live one miserable life. Understand? Because see, a lot of people that you following and you trying to appease, they keeping secrets from you. You don't know their real life. You only know what they show you. And they make sure that they don't let you see the worst so that you can think that there's somebody that, or like God forgot about you, or that, God is making sure everything in their life go right. If anybody around you come in around you in your life and tell you that they perfect, make sure you get that person from around you ASAP. That means you can't be yourself around that person. That means you're not going to be able to build because they have nothing they can. I mean, what do they have to give you? Everything already perfect for them. What can they really be in your life other than an obstacle? Other than somebody that makes you stay stagnant in your mind because you're so busy focusing on how to get their life because you think it's perfect. And then when you find yourself there, then you see it. Wait, shouty. Ain't no way your life is perfect like you said. Here I am, done forgot about my dreams and aspirations because I'm worried about trying to feel like you. I had the money you got. You understand? And don't even know what it took for you to get there. But I allowed you to tell me a story that everything was perfect along the way. So I thought it was going to be easy. But then I don't understand when I try to travel that journey, again, understand because it wasn't your journey, that it was so much harder for me. And the outcome still ain't the same. That's because it wasn't your journey. Yes, because I'm tired and I need a life of my own. My kids are all grown. Amen, Mr. Tracy Anderson. And make sure you get that life for yourself. And one thing about them grown kids, I was just saying this yesterday, honey. Sometimes they worse than the babies. They're supposed to be dependent when they babies, and then they grow up into their own self. They grow up and build a life in their own right. A lot of these kids don't do that though. A lot of these kids still want to stay stuck to you or feel like you obligated to do everything in this world because you brought them in this world. Baby, you grown. I made sure that you made it to where you are. Understand at some point, us as parents, we can definitely make sure that they don't fall flat on their face, honey. But sometimes it requires a little stumble. Understand it requires a little stumble sometimes for your babies. We all know we love our babies, but you gotta let them stumble a little bit sometimes because then you create dependent people that think you obligated to do everything for them their whole life. You so busy taking care of them that you can't even get the things that you need because you still trying to make sure you're all the children straight. Okay, you get stuck there. Yeah, it's an obligation. And most of them, sometimes when they get grown, they don't even deserve what you do, what you're doing. They don't even deserve how much you're putting into them. They don't even deserve that you let your rent go late so that you can make sure theirs go paid on time. But if you need a place to stay, you couldn't even lay up in your child house because they don't want you to stay with them. They just want you to make sure that they keep everything good in life. But like a lot of people started off with nothing. A lot of people, even in their older age, they're still trying to find themselves because they started off with nothing. See, when you start with nothing, sometimes the journey is a little longer than somebody who got handouts or support systems. Sometimes the journey is a little longer for us. Sometimes we don't, it don't come till later on in life. Sometimes the struggle is long. But trust me, it's worth it. And it's something that you have to go through. And that's why I was just telling my daughter today, she came to me and she was talking to me about her little friends was talking yesterday about the Bible, and that warmed my heart. Because I said, "What, baby?" And she said she had questions about it. So I told her from now on, when you have questions, and again, y'all, it just touched my heart. I said, "Baby, when you have questions, come talk to me and I'll give you verses about whatever questions that you have." And y'all don't think I'm trying to sit on here like I'm a Bible toter. I wish I was, but that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I'm as, God know I'm the best I can be in the moment. But I try every day to be better. But the fact that my 12-year-old came to me and said that her and her friends, when no adults was around, her and her friends decided to have a conversation about God, that told me something. That told me that no matter what I've done wrong in this life, I've done something right. And even if I don't get success stories out of the full nine, baby, what I can get, I'm okay with. Because I do understand that as much as I raised them and I plan into them, I only can give them what I have. You understand? That's why a lot of parents y'all beat down on yourself because y'all don't feel like y'all was as good of a parent as somebody else. Long as you gave your kids everything that you had, like I always say, that's all you got. That's all anybody can expect of you. A lot of us come from the bare minimum. Like I said, my mom and daddy was dead by the time I was 15 years old. So who was gonna teach me something? I know right from wrong. I teach them right from wrong. I teach them from my experiences of what not to do. But if they decide to still do it, and mommy done taught y'all, and I wear the bruises and the scars from those same decisions. If you choose to still make those same decisions, baby, all I can do is what I've already done, which get every last one out of my womb. I've given them to God. And that's all I can do. And when you give them to God, you know that's the safest place that they can be. So understand everything that they go through. Hey, Dwayne, you caught us tonight. Look at Dwayne. I ain't gonna even say nothing about him, honey. The last 2 lives, he always have a replay. I'm gonna let you have it though, Dwayne. I ain't gonna bother you. As long as you in attendance tonight, I'm gonna let you have it now. But no, Dwayne always catch the replays, honey. He talk and let me know. I'm sorry I wasn't there. I appreciate him. Day one. I appreciate him so much. Him and Miss Loving Me, Tracy Anderson, everybody. Miss God's blessing me. I love the way that you interact. That's what I be wanting in my life. To interact. I don't care if it's 2 of us in here. Interact. Let's talk. Let's talk. Okay? Because this ain't a numbers game. This is just about me. Being me, letting y'all into my life. Sometimes, like I said, we're going to still talk about topics in the world, but I think I'm going to switch the scene a little bit, make it about me and mine and still uplifting each other, but also kind of introduce my family a little more to you all. Because the other stuff is just too much. I just don't, listen, if certain topics pique my interest, or like I said, if y'all want to talk about something, we can, but y'all, I just don't want to talk about other people's business all the time. I'm going to keep it 1,000 with y'all. It ain't who I am, okay? Like I said, every now and then something happened. Like when I talked about the lady, not talked about the situation with the lady the other night. That was something that was near and dear to my heart because I've experienced it. I've been there, done that, and it just ticked me off. But like I said, we'll do stuff like that from here on out. But y'all, we ain't gonna be doing no live talking about people every day. I'm sorry. I listen. It's no. I love all y'all. You hear me? But I'm too busy trying to get my own life right. Okay. It's still a lot of work I gotta do. You understand? So y'all, I cannot spend my day every day talking about other people. Okay. Hey, Maisha, look at you too. Look at all them rolling up in here. My A1 day ones, honey, that have been ghosts. I'm gonna let them go. I'm gonna let them breathe tonight. I'm gonna let y'all breathe. But yeah, y'all, that just ain't our thing. It ain't my thing. I try, but like I said, when you busy trying to find yourself, because like I told you, I've told y'all before, I lived my whole life trying not to be the time I did have with my mom. I spent a lot of my time trying not to be like her, not to say that she was a bad woman at all. What I'm saying is a lot of things that she accepted in her life, I never wanted to be. So I created this stuff in my head that you're supposed to be to not be, other than smart, because my mom was very smart. And I did take that from her. And I thank God, as far as going to school and all that, my mommy did do that. And so she definitely left that within me as far as education go. But just other things like relationships, um, you know, motherhood, stuff that unfortunately she lacked from her upbringing. Um, so a lot of times I live my life that way. So now at my old age, now I'm just like, listen, what it is that you want to do with your life, you know? So y'all, believe it or not, even at this old age, I'm like, So see, for the fact that I still got to say, means that I ain't got time all day to be worrying about other people's business. That's what that means. I been miss you. Your live made. Oh yeah, you made it this time. Yeah, y'all. I just don't, and I pray none of y'all do either. Because at the end of the day, no matter where you are today, you can be further. You understand? Every day that you breathe, that means God still got a purpose for you. Okay, and understand you don't leave here until your purpose is complete. So if you still here, you still got a purpose, and understand it ain't in everybody else's business. So that's why I just can't. I know that's why I'm trying to switch the whole scene because, I just can't. Other people, are probably are very other reaction channels and stuff are very successful at that. Of course, it can be seen as media and stuff like that. But I used to think I wanted to be a news reporter, babe. But I clearly see I can't be one because my attention span is just not that long to be invested in something or somebody else. It ain't that long. So We're gonna just try this way. Let's see the real me, the real, my family. You know, I'll post the kids some on here, but the kids will be mostly over on my other page. That's gonna be just more surrounded the children and the family more. But of course, we're gonna come on here because I do have grown kids too. And sometimes y'all see the little ones, but I've talked to my grown kids about us having panels and stuff and just talking about life. If they all come over here tomorrow, I want to do one with just them, just talking about how their childhood was coming up with me as a mom. Even my oldest son as a teen mom, you know. I think that'll be interesting just to see his point of view because, they always talk about stories and they laugh amongst each other, but I just really want to get into his head and I'm okay with having that conversation openly. Because maybe he has in his mind what I need for my growth. Um, Maybe it's some things actually, a lot of times parents don't think that they can learn from their kids. But when you lived your whole life with lack, and I mean, because my parents wasn't here to teach me a lot. So from a parent's point of view, I like that because I didn't have enough time to learn anything. So I really want to hear my oldest kids how they felt about, what I was doing as parent. Because maybe, like I said, it was in their head, which it could have been a private conversation. But listen, I said I'm gonna share it with y'all, okay? Because maybe there's something, if you're not comfortable doing, maybe it'll make somebody comfortable enough to go sit down and let their child tell them the real, raw, uncut truth. And like I said, I just believe it's something that all of us parents can grow from if our babies are allowed to be open and honest. Because I still have little kids too. I don't want to make the same mistakes because I'm very quite sure I made mistakes with the first couple of ones. I'm very quite sure. But what you expect? I was a teenager. I know I made mistakes with them, but I would love to just hear openly what those mistakes were. Now one mistake I know I didn't make, and that was I never fumbled them as far as allowing them to be in the streets and doing what they wanted to do. I never fumbled them like that. Now the stuff they did maybe behind my back, I don't know about. But they know I set ground rules. I had rules in my house, what you gonna do and not gonna do. But I was the timid mother because my mom was always physical with me. I wasn't. They had to push, 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 push for me to do anything like that. Like I mean, do the same thing 1,000 times. Um, because I just never wanted them to feel what me and my brothers used to feel when my mom did it to us. So, but sometimes even now, their daddy would say, "Oh, you should have. I told you when I used to be trying to discipline you." And no, I don't think because even as a child, like I said with me, even though it was, the way that it was, that's the right direction to go. Thank you, Dwayne. That sounds nice. Okay, okay. I'm glad y'all up for it. So yeah, we're gonna look for that. But even like I said, as when my mama did it to me as a child, and if everybody be honest, they can stop saying, they'll be honest with themselves and say, just because your parents spanked you for it or whatever, if you be honest with yourself, you did it again. Okay. Even if you did it the next day or a long time down the line, you did it again. But this time you was a little more cautious, okay, to make sure mama don't find out or daddy don't find out because if they found out, they're gonna tell it ass up. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna tell it ass up. So you made sure you ain't do it openly this time. Okay. And that's what people don't, that's the part of parenting that people don't want to admit. That you can never say that your child turned out the best child they was because you was physical with them. That's a lie. It's something else that you added to that relationship or something else you put in their minds when you were having conversation with them or something else that those babies learn from. Because if you think you being physical with them taught them something other than when they have children that's how they get the best results, you're wrong. Because you got to understand where that comes from. That's a slave mentality. That comes from the fact that when they tried to get the slaves in line, what did they do? So unfortunately, it became unconsciously something that passed down to everybody. This is how grown-ups discipline children or make them stay in line. Now, I'm not saying some children you might not have to be tougher with. You might have to get in the field with some of them. I understand that. But some parents don't, some parents do it about every little thing, bro. Every little thing don't require you to be physical. But some parents go to it as their first resort because they don't really want to have to talk to their child because you know what? It takes effort. See, a lot of it's no handbook to be a parent, but it takes effort. It takes them. It's an investment. Okay, that sometimes you ain't gonna be able to go to the club because your baby needs you tonight. She needs you to hold her and see why she been acting up all week. Sit in the room with her, talk to her. What's going on, man? What's in your head? What you thinking about? Why you keep? I told you 1,000 times to stop. Why you keep doing this? Like, why you trying to press me to put my hands on you? And maybe it's something that you can find out just by listening for a minute. And stop thinking because you're a parent that that's the way that you have to validate your position as a parent is by doing that. Because if you're a parent in your own right, you shouldn't feel like the only way that you can validate yourself and your position as a parent, first of all, you shouldn't feel like your position has to be validated. And definitely, you shouldn't feel like you want to instill more fear in your child than love. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And then get mad when your child grow up. Repeated discipline passed down can be unproductive. Amen. Then you get mad when your child, every time your child get into something, you tell them, don't put your hands on nobody. Da, da, da. But then you get mad every time your child have an altercation with another child. The first thing they doing is going to the hands. Because now they feel like they got to put this person in their place because they've said something that's different from what they said, or they stood firm in their only beliefs. They don't know how to agree to disagree. They don't understand that because mom and daddy never agreed to disagree. There was always mom and dad way or no way. So now you have a bunch of kids walking around here that don't know how to constructively even have a conversation. They don't even know how to converse with another person. They meet people where they at all the time. It's never no time in their life that they could just say, all right, I understand your point of view. I get it. No, they won't. They just want to be physical immediately because they feel like, okay, when my mom and dad ain't like something I did, this how they got me in line. I don't appreciate the way you moving, so let me put you in line this way. It don't work. Like they keep screaming that to the mountaintop from a child that was, and it was, I ain't get belts, honey. I got way worse. But it didn't stop me from still trying. Shoot, I want to see how far I can go. It was a child. Children are, my auntie used to always tell me when I used to be like, oh, sit your bad butt down or something to my child. She would always pull me to the side. She said, I told you 1,000 times, stop saying that to those kids. And I'm like, auntie, these my children. What you? She said, you called them mischievous. Stop calling them bad. They're mischievous. They're wanderers. They're trying to figure out what they can get away with and what they can't. So you got to understand when the children are growing up, they're growing pains. Everything don't require to be physical. Some things you just need to, it takes a little effort outside of trying to go to that resolution. I don't know why people think that that's it, that's all. Nah, that I just, and like I said, this comes from somebody who actually went through it. I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop. Why you think it work on everybody? Everybody that used to get, if we ask the people that's behind bars, how many of them used to get, their parents used to get physical with them as children? I know it's more than half. So if that works, why are they in jail? If that works, why are they there? Why can't people be open to the fact that it just may not work? Every child does not require it. It may be some that does, but it's a vast of them that didn't deserve it and really it wasn't required. But you didn't take a time as a parent enough to figure out that this particular child is not required. That's like Lele. Lele will say something and I'll be like, no, I'll tell her something. I'll tell her to do something. And she not the type of child that jump immediately, right? But of course, what's coming up with around grandmas and stuff like that. If you ain't move immediately, they gonna get up and my grandma, she tried to hit me with a cane or whatever. She only tried that one time, and I had to let her know that wasn't gonna work. But still, like my brothers, they endured it because they endured it with my mama too. I didn't. I was in out the foster kids because that hurt. You hear me? I'm tired of my splits in my skin. I don't want, no, you got to figure out another way, Sister Soldier. But, you know, but she's the child that just I'm like, Layla, you heard what I said. I'll text her phone. I'll call her phone. And I'm like, didn't you hear me? But she'll keep sitting. But it's like I can get my voice to this certain pitch, right? If it get loud enough, she'll jump. I can't. And I'm like, why can't you do it the first time when I said it soft? Why do I got to yell at you for you to do something? So see, me and her never had to get to the point of me being physical. She's 12. And she's probably got popped twice in her life. She's 12. You know, that's why I tell them I wore the bruises and scars so y'all wouldn't have to. Because my mom, she taught me everything not to do other than education. Education always been top tier. She ain't play about that school. I don't care what you're doing. You make sure you go to school, you get good grades, you focus on your schoolwork. So that has always been, like I said, very important in my life. Um, but it's just I just wish, you know, more people understood. You gotta see your child in the element. And people be the first thing they say, oh, that child too grown. Shut up. That child is a child. The more they keep hearing you tell them they too grown, they gonna think that at some point or some action they doing makes them grown. You ain't doing but validating. Even if they thinking in their head that they grown, you don't understand. You keep telling them that you validating that you grown, that this is a grown person's behavior. When you're a child, what you can't wait to be. Somebody type it in my chat. When you're a child, what do you say once you're old enough to understand I can't wait to get what? Every time your parents get mad at you, or they not mad at you, but you get mad at your parents, what you say? I can't wait to get what? And move out. I'll go ahead and say it. I can't wait to get grown and move out of here. I can't wait to get away from you. Okay. So, what do you think if you keep telling the child what you're doing is grown? Do you understand that some children decipher that as when I'm doing this particular action, that means I'm closer and closer to getting grown. And some of them just to get away from you. Exactly, Maisha. Adult. You constantly make them feel like they're less than nothing. But think still, because you the parent, you reserve that right. You don't reserve the right to do that. You understand as parents, sometimes we're wrong, but some of y'all be so caught up within yourself that you won't even take a minute to step back and really look over your childhood and look at what bad things you may have unconsciously brought from your childhood, and you're doing it, inflicting it on your own children, but you believe that's just the right way of parenting. Understand why it's different these days? Because these genre of children are way different from anything that we was. It's more advanced. They have technology. We didn't have that mess when we was coming up. The most technology we had beepers, right? Then it came to, they had the car phones. Okay. Then it came to Nokias. As time went on, then cell phones started introducing itself. But listen, y'all, we had pay phones. We went to put money in the pay phone to call somebody. Y'all understand these children these days. This is why I hate when people always say it's the parents. It's the parents. Stop being. I don't want to use the word. Stop. These children have way more access to what we ever had access to. Understand that's why they're different. That is why they're different. They are exposed to a bunch of stuff way before we never had those opportunities to have that type of exposure because it wasn't at our fingertips. And even if you are the parent that don't have, your baby don't have no cell phone, I'm proud that you didn't adapt and utilize your mother's unhealthy disciplinary practices. Amen. And I still take pride in it, even though sometimes I hear it because my kids are a little, one thing about them, I see a lot of me in some of them. And, me and them, we the ones butt heads. You feel me? Those, stand firm ones. I can't stand it. Like my daughter, my oldest daughter. Ooh, me and her don't get into it now. But baby, when I say both of my oldest daughters, they gonna stand on their word. Honey, I blocked them off Facebook. They'll block me. And then we still calling each other. Mom, you blocked me off Facebook. I did because I don't want to talk to you. All right, this time don't send no friend request back. Hey, but one thing I can never ever say is that those girls have disrespected me. But baby, let me tell you, we bump heads because when we get into something that requires a strong opinion, as long as they know what they'll tell you right now. We had a parent, they'll tell you we can say anything we want to say. She'll let us express ourselves as long as we're not cursing or being disrespectful. Because I tell them all the time, I don't care. My oldest son will be 28 this year. And let me tell you something. He know you ain't finna say not near cuss word up in my face. You understand? When you think you're grown enough to do that around me, you got to go. They be like, well, Mom, let me ask you a question. And look, me and my daughter was talking about this today lately. I said, And this was just me as a parent being real with me, right? I have the mouth of a sailor. You hear me? Y'all get the rated what is it called? The PG version because it's YouTube. I have the mouth of a sailor, y'all. This is me. Y'all know I always stand in my truth, right? So I told her today, I said, Lele. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, yeah. I want her to come. I'm gonna let her tell y'all what I told her. But I'm gonna tell y'all what I told her. I'm gonna let her tell y'all. So she was laying here today. I said, I forgot how we got on the conversation of kids that curse, right? And I said, you don't think, I think, I'm gonna let her tell y'all. Is she coming? Let me tell you, let me see. I said, and she was laying beside me. I said, you don't think, I think that your brother, I didn't think she cussed though, you know. Um, but I said, you don't think I think your brother's name cuss or whatever? And she was like, she just started smiling, right? I said, let me tell y'all something. One thing about me, I'm a realist, okay? I can accept anything that y'all do in life, even though y'all can't do it in front of me. And I pray that y'all don't do it, but I can't crucify y'all for it. For the fact that I curse the way I curse, and I've been asking God to help me with that because it's just been something that I always do. Like I told y'all before, my grandma used to cuss us out, call us everything under the sun. My mama did the same thing, but I see where she got it from. Her mama did it. My whole family does it. Okay? Curse bad. I mean, curse is bad, right? So that is one unhealthy thing that I did bring into my adulthood. Cursing bad, you know. So she said, yeah, mom, you do say a cuss word in every sentence or whatever, whatever. I said, so do y'all think I don't think y'all curse? She said, oh no, mama. Now this is the first time, like I said, I never thought she cursed. And she was like, well, one time last year, I did get very upset and I cursed. In text messages or something to some little girl or whatever. And I told her, I said, okay, I can't understand. Even though you know I'm not finna let you be cursing. You 12 years old. I said, you understand about your mouth. You know, that mouth can get you in a lot of trouble. I said, that's one habit. Don't pick up from me. That's something even I'm trying to work on. Unfortunately, it was one of those toxic traits that I don't know how to break. To be honest, me too. I'm strictly a realist. Yeah, I don't know how to break it. You understand, y'all? I try, and it's still something I'm working on. Once I'm pissed, I'm pissed. I'm liable to say anything, you know. But I was like, God, please, with my mouth, because I can go from 0 to 100 real fast. But again, that's something about myself that I can accept. But I told him, I told her, I said, you don't think that see, I told y'all I call her 1,000 times. Hold on, y'all. I'm only muting it because I'm screaming her name. She all went on the other side of the house. Hold on. And y'all, I'm back here. The sad thing about it is I'm saying Lele screaming from here, and her daddy's in the den saying, Lele, your mama's calling you. And y'all, we done did that 4 times and she still ain't come. Okay, now here she come. Now I hear them big feet. Here she come. Girl, I'm looking mad. Listen. Tell them about when I was talking to you earlier. What did I tell you about when we was having the conversation earlier about cursing? What did I say?
Something about the random mouth, but
talk louder. They can't hear you.
What are you talking about? What part?
When I was talking to you, and I was telling you that I figure that I think y'all curse.
Oh, okay. So you was like, you don't really mind us cursing as long as it's not.
I didn't say that.
No, you said you know that we curse because you
exactly.
Once.
Exactly. I didn't say I don't mind.
And you said, you can't really get mad at it because that's all that. Well, that's not all that we're around, but you curse too, so there's not really nothing that you can try to get on us for.
But what I told you, you can never do what?
You can never curse in front of an adult, to an adult, or to your.
And what did I tell you about a woman's mouth, though? When I was telling you earlier about what women shouldn't be, it doesn't look good when come out of a woman's mouth when you curse and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, when we was talking about that. But like I said, me too. I don't curse as much as I used. Yeah, used to 0 from 100. I'm still like that, Miss Love Me, Tracy Anderson. I go off fast.
She said she expects us curse.
I didn't say I expect y'all
Not
to.
expect us, but like.
Stop saying the wrong stuff. I never said that.
No, I'm
Just don't be making these people think I said I'm okay with y'all cursing.
But she said, it's not that she don't quote unquote know that we cuss, but
exactly, that's what I said.
But
don't say I said. Don't try to lie to them so that y'all can think.
She don't. It's not like she expects us not to curse. That's what we're around.
Right. That's basically what I said. I said that I can't crucify them for cursing as long as it's never around an adult and it's never around me. You understand? But I did tell her as women, it does not look good, as girls especially, walking around with a vulgar mouth. But like I said, because I'm a parent, okay, here's a great scenario. So you think because I'm a parent, right? And stay in a heated argument. Again, not to say that I think it's okay, but if I walk up on them and they got heated and then they topped and blew off like mine, and they arguing with some other kids and unfortunately they curse, you think it's okay for me to bring them in the house and lash them for it? How can you crucify them for something that you do? Or would it be a better idea to maybe as a parent calm your mouth down? You know what I'm saying? As a parent, give out what you want to receive. You feel what I'm saying? And that is the type of parent that that is the door that a lot of parents don't want to open. Because they don't want to never look at the fact that you may have been wrong or that you may have contributed to this behavior. But I'm okay with taking those jabs, y'all. Because that's the only way I'm going to know that it affected them negatively, or that it's something that could maybe stunt their growth, or something that could make a door shut in their face. Because having a nasty mouth, a vulgar mouth, even as a woman, that ain't a good look, right? Unfortunately, it's something that I have to work on in order to help my daughters. Because now all of them the same way. They go from 0 to 100. And of course, the sons is the same way. Ain't nobody, they go from 0 to 100. If they add 100, understand it's some cuss words. I've never heard it, thank God. That they've at this point, even up to my 28-year-old, has been holding the mule. You hear me? When it comes to that, because I already told him it's never accepted. Like I told my oldest son, like I told y'all, he about to be 28, and he could tell you, she ain't with that. She'll tell you quick. Oh, if you got to be disrespectful, you can get out my face. If you feel like you grown enough to cuss, get from around me. I don't care what. Nah, we ain't finna do that. But can I say I can crucify y'all for cussing? Nah, that's a hypocrite. You a hypocrite. If you cuss, you's a hypocrite for saying your children cuss. You a hypocrite. Whether it's right or wrong, and yeah, we're adults and they should know not to do what we do. But it don't mean that they ain't gonna try it. So you gonna lash them for trying something you taught them? Or are you gonna try to teach them through it so they don't turn out like you? But see, that's the part that a lot of parents don't want to do. They don't want to take that step. Because again, what I said in the beginning, it takes effort. Because not only now do you have to work on that child, you got to work on your own mouth. So that your children don't be out here cussing like a sailor like you. Like from where I got it from. Everybody around me did it, from my grandma to my mama, everybody. It was cussing at you. Cussing, not even cursing just around you, but cussing at you. And sit your MFN ASS down. It was the B word. It was just all that. It's what that's how it is. It was. And I'm not saying that I was affected by it. Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. And I know y'all think children affected by it, but I wasn't. Okay? I can't speak for no other child, but it didn't bother me when she said the B word. I don't care. But that's what's up. When you get so used to it, you get numb to that. It don't affect you. Even when it's from somebody that you feel have some type of love from you, it didn't affect you. Not to say that, and I'm not saying that it's right. I'm speaking for my own self. Her saying B or this and that, it didn't break me down. It didn't make me feel like my mama didn't love me because she said that. Like I said, it was everywhere around me. So it felt normal, and it should never feel normal. I'm not saying it should ever feel normal. Y'all like to twist somebody's words. But I'm just saying, again, that's my story. And I don't need nobody telling me, oh, that was wrong. It was my story. It was the journey that I was living in. It is what it is. You understand? It is what it is. It is what it is. And what I'm trying to do is, break it a little bit. That's why I don't like people to piss me off, y'all. I don't like people to get me there. Because if they get me there, baby, I'm there. That's why I always say I try to steer from a lot of stuff because I'll meet you where you at now. And I do too much. And I know that. So I definitely always try to avoid conflict at any cost. If y'all was in my city, people say y'all don't never see that girl. That girl don't even come out the door. The most you're gonna see that girl is to the grocery store, or to the doctor with her children, or if she taking her baby somewhere. I don't even hang out or nothing because I can't. Because people will push you. Like people will trick you off the streets out here. Like even people now, it seems like they tempt you more than they used to. People used to have, it seemed like coming up, a lot of people had good intentions for you. These days, if they see you doing good, you out the way, you don't bother nobody, it seems like it's always got to be one person that don't have the good intentions for you, and they want to go ahead and lead you to your demise. So I do my best, and not to say that I'll for always be able to avoid it, but I do my best to avoid it. You feel me? I do my best to, if I find myself in uncomfortable situations, y'all, even if I walk in a family thing, if my family having something and I don't barely go to them. But if I happen to show up, if I feel a vibe is off, I'm out. I'm out. They'll tell you, she out. They'll tell you, we be happy to see her. She don't come around. I'm out. If I feel a bad vibe, anybody I feel like moving funny, kids, let's go. We out. I'm out. That's just, and it's okay to be like that. Sometimes you have to protect your own peace, because if you don't, people will strip you of any piece of peace that you have. Sometimes people just hate you because of the way other people love you, or they hate you for the fact that you know how to balance yourself, that you even know how to chase your own peace, and know when somebody's disrupting my peace. I love you, but I don't love you more than I love me. So I'm not going to allow you to come and disrupt my peace. I don't care how long I've known you. I don't care, what our relationship is. You're not going to disrupt my peace. You can get on through before I allow you to do that. You got to go. When you get yourself together, baby, and you at your state of nirvana, or at least trying to reach your state of nirvana, holler at me. But as long as you still want to be messy Betsy, and you want to always be where the party's at, or you always want to, be out there and be live and want to dibble dabble everybody business, baby, this ain't the place for you. I can't do that. That gets you nowhere. If people feel threatened by us, we can become their target. Exactly, Dwayne. And they can continue to work on you. Sometimes people will, even spirits. That's why I be careful about who I let do my hair. You understand? I'm very funny about stuff like that. The same woman who did my nails, she just like 2 years ago left and went to Florida. She'll tell you she been doing my nails since I was 17 years old. I'm very particular, y'all. Even the lady who do my hair right now, she get her salon rebuilt. And so I let my son baby mama do my hair, because I don't get bad vibes from her. But as far as a lot of people being able to say I've been in her head, they can't tell you that, because I don't play that. I just don't. I believe people can drop off spirits intentionally. Intentionally. Trust me. They can drop off their spirits intentionally just because they see that you're too peaceful. Some people don't even like to see you too peaceful. They want your world to be upside down because theirs upside down. Instead of coming to you and learning how yours is not upside down, like what can I do? What is it that keep you peaceful? I tell people quick, because I'm at the age that I don't give a, y'all know the rest. I don't care. Seriously. Whatever. She said, oh, she got all them kids and do. Or her and her husband have been through this and did. How you gonna make me feel some type of way about something I did? Like, it's just sickening when you think that you could spend your whole day worrying about trying to make me feel bad for something I did. I did it, simpleton. And I understand that the victory, even in the worst days, the victory of it is that I made it out. So who cares what you got to think about the things that I did in my life? Who cares what you think about it? Because the only person had the total control that they could have took me out in those situations is God, and he didn't. So that means as long as he got a purpose for me, I don't care what you think. I don't care how far you think I'm going to go in life. I don't care what your expectations is of me. You didn't give me my joy, and you sure can't take it. You understand? See, when you reach that age of, please, whatever, I did it. Even if it's the worst stuff, y'all, you did it. So you're going to wallow yourself in what you did and things you can't change? It's just a part of your story. Why are you going to wallow in something you can't change? So you gonna keep beating yourself up about something you did years ago and feel like you're not worthy to be here today? Do you understand you being here today? That means that God got a better plan for you than you got for yourself. He feel like you still worthy, because if he didn't, when you did it, he would have let you, you wouldn't have woke up the next morning, or you would have died in the process. Start loving yourself at least a little bit like God loves you. Stop fumbling yourself, worrying about how the world think about you. Stop trying to live up to other people's expectations of you. Because understand, sometimes people got so many expectations of you and they got none of themselves. Sometimes what you see in some people is just an illusion, because they built up a facade of who they really is. But sometimes they ain't even really half of that. I shut those type of people down by telling them to get some business. Amen. Get some business about yourself. Worry about yourself, boo, boo, kitty. I tell them quick, I don't care. I'm gonna always walk up with my head held high. What would I understand? What told me that God knew that I had the strength. He took my mama at 14. He took my daddy at 15. Then he turned around and took my favorite auntie. He took my uncle. He took everybody that could have raised me. He turned around and took my grandma. Everybody that could have raised me, he took back to back. Boom, 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 boom. And I used to be like, oh, man, what's going on with? I ain't even had a chance to ever do nothing in life. I felt like he hated me. But then I understood, girl, it gotta be something in you. Because God knew that you would withstand. God gave you the strength of endurance. So he has to have some type of purpose over your life. Because all along, while you were going through, by the age of 19, I was a mother of 4. And still nobody in the grave on top of the earth can say that girl called me for a pamper for her baby. You understand? He gave me the strength of endurance, even the lack. Even during my lack, I was thriving. See, sometimes y'all so focused on the lack that you don't even see that you're still thriving, because you're too focused on the bad points. You ain't even taking time to see what's still going right, because you don't allow the what's going wrong to succumb you. Get out of that. Wrong and right balance each other. Good and bad is a balance. You're gonna have both. But understand, during the bad, that's where your strength is built, baby. But the good is for sure to come. Like they say, it's always gonna come. Good is gonna come. You just gotta stand strong during it. Tears may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. That is what that means. The bad is for sure to come. But one day, the good will oversee. Then you'll understand why you had to go through all the bad. But it's for sure. It's okay. Make it through. Endure. Ask God for the strength of endurance while you're going through. I love you all. May your today be better than yesterday. May your tomorrow be better than today. Know that every day God blows that breath in your body, you're one step closer to your season. Don't fumble yourself worrying about the world. Y'all got to go. Kiki is jumping from wall to wall. All I hear is stop, Kiki, stop. I told y'all she all sugared up. But y'all have a blessed night. I'm out.